All right, everyone, welcome back for another episode of Carnivore Trades. Today is Tuesday, September 7, 2021. Market's getting a little bit of a dip here and starting to roll over in the final 20 minutes or so of trading. We had some news in the crypto space, which we'll get to in a minute. But, a nice little sell-off in the morning. And really, when you have such a dull market for such a long time, and this looks like a lot of blood here, but when we pull out here and just look at the daily, it's really nothing. It really kind of barely just taking out the lows of last week. In fact, I don't even think we actually got that low, but so market's kind of holding up here, even with a little bit of selling. Now the volume was a little bit better this morning, so could be a little bit of sign of a distribution going on. Now the thing that's interesting here is we look at the triple Qs up positive on the day and really just holding up really well. While you can look at the IWM in the corner intraday, really weak, rolling over a bit, and the Dow here on the diamond having a pretty solid downtick today, although it is holding this this previous all-time high level of support for now. But really the Q's kind of just being the leader here, and that is with a higher yield. So yields up over 3.5% here on the 10-year. And typically that means a weaker tech sector, and tech's holding up well. That's led higher by Apple. Really, Microsoft kind of pausing today. Same thing on Google. Google's a little bit higher. Facebook up as well. And Tesla having a decent day also. The area of resistance here I have on Tesla is right about here at a 780 or so. It might even get up to 800, maybe if it wants to fake out some smaller investors. But that's your resistance area on Tesla. It probably wants to go up there and at least test that in the near term. Another FANG leader that hasn't done anything in a while is Netflix. I've been talking about this. I said in the beginning of July, if you had a gun to my head and I had to pick one FANG stock to own over the next 6 months of the year, I'd probably pick Netflix, and that is because of this monthly pattern here. So you have basically a full year of consolidation, and you got this 20 moving average up sloping, really acting as rocket fuel for this equity. And it's one of the FANG stocks that isn't ridiculously overbought as well, at least on the monthly time frame. So Netflix having a nice day, that's helping the tech sector as well. So getting on to crypto here. So Steph Curry shot an air ball. Apparently, every time one of these celebrities endorses, Tom Brady, every time one of these celebrities endorses crypto, it's like top tick every time. And so we had bullish consolidation here on Bitcoin, and a massive engulfing reversal here on volume here on the futures. And I talked about this area here, right in this range. So we went up and we finally hit that 618, and we basically kissed that upsloping trend line that I talked about as being potential like max upside. So depending on where Bitcoin closes here, I mean, it might want to go back and test that 40,000 area. I'm still in the camp that it has to go back down and test 20,000 before it does any sort of next super cycle. I know everybody's super bullish on it, and that's why I was cautious here. But I think Bitcoin's got to hit that 20K level, and yeah, this bullish pattern may be a failure. So keep an eye out for that. Ethereum getting hit as well. Really big sell off there on Ethereum, and this was a nice pattern. I did a video over the weekend on Ethereum, and I think actually it was last Friday, and that was a nice consolidation, but making a pretty big hit here today. So, and that really coincided, if you look on the intraday, the crypto sell-off happened right at the market open. So, I mean, maybe a little bit of distribution, maybe a little bit of deleveraging going on here. So just keep an eye out for that. And I talked about last week, some of the, the institutions coming back to their desk. Some of these levels that didn't get really defended last week are getting defended today. Visa getting a bounce off the 200 moving average. MasterCard getting a nice bounce as well. So the institution's back in the office, and they're starting to defend some of these areas on these equities that are beaten up. Gold, precious metals taking a bit of a hit today. Pretty big reversal bar here on gold on volume. Silver still holding up. I like silver right here. It's holding pattern nicely. Nothing really wrong with this, honestly. You're just pulling back off the 50 moving average. So silver doing okay. And then dollar index, again, putting pressure on gold here, but we talked about this upsloping trend line, and it's getting a bounce off of that. So, it may still head lower, but there's levels I've worked out where I would consider a long here on maybe an EUO, which is a two times short the euro. But dollar holding up decently for now. So, yeah, just respect that. And then, you know, just quickly scanning over to crude. Not really doing a whole lot today, just kind of in this channel that I talked about. Same thing with copper here, just stuck in this channel here. But another stock that actually ran today is Clove. So this one I was hoping it would pull back a little bit more, or just consolidate. We played this last week, the patrons and I, and a lot of us made some really nice money. I didn't get the best exit on it, but most of them got, you know, 10-12% out of it. And before it reversed, and I thought it was going to go sideways a bit, and we were going to look to re-enter this, but nice pop today. Can't argue with that. Again, they tried to keep it off of that 950 level. Some of the shorts last week, they took advantage of there not being a lot of volume in the market, and they were able to keep it away from that 950 area. But now that the institutions and the big boys are back in the office, there was nothing they can do, and they basically just got their heads ripped off today. So yeah, Clove, nice little pop there for that. So congrats to the bulls there. Would have liked to have been a part of that, but you know, we got an easy trade on that. Took profits in 2 days, so it doesn't get much closer to free money than that. But anyways, guys, come find me on Patreon. In about an hour, I'm going to be doing the first ever patrons only live stream Q&A. So if you want to be a part of that, come join me. Find me there. It's only $5 a month, and I think you'll really enjoy it. But anyways, guys, take care, and I will talk to you tomorrow.